Healthy Scratch Red Wings Report, presented by 5v5hockey.com.
Yo, welcome back to the Healthy Scratch Red Wings Report. It's Buschy with you once again. If you enjoyed today's video, please like, comment, and subscribe for more Red Wings content. Red Wings hockey is here, everybody. We got the preseason happening right now, and if you're a nerd like me, you're super into it. You're looking at every single player, you're looking at everything they're doing, and you're going way too deep dive into this. And I gotta tell you, some of the young guys that we have right now, they're looking pretty good. So I was actually with my old man. We went to the first game against the Penguins C team. They didn't dress anybody, and that's the beauty of preseason. But the Red Wings dressed, half their lineup, I would say. They had the Larkin, DeBrincat, Raymond line, looked fantastic. Obviously, it's the first game that these guys are together, and they look like they have some chemistry. Having more games together is only gonna help these guys. But what I really liked was that some players that maybe I didn't think might sniff the Red Wings roster this year actually might get a shot. And one of those guys is actually Nate Danielson, 9th overall pick this season. I'm telling you, this kid reminds me of Dylan Larkin when he was a rookie. He's smooth with the puck, he's smart, defensively capable, he skates well, and he's been playing really, really well. He's been putting up some points, a couple of goals, couple assists. He's all over the ice, and in a way that feels very calming to me for like an 18 or 19-year-old kid. Looks really, really good. So we're going to talk about Nate Danielson in a little bit, but some of the other guys that I was excited to see, Simon Edvinsson, again, another year that he's going to maybe crack the roster. He can go down to Grand Rapids, but I think he's making it a little bit tough for Steve Yzerman and Derek Lalonde to actually send him back down, which is a good problem to have. When you have your young guys humming, doing really well, it's a good problem because now you have to make tough decisions. Having too much talent is a good thing. Seeing some of the new additions, really fun as well. That's the nice thing about preseason. We saw DeBrincat, we saw Sprong, Comfort, Gostisbehere, Justin Hall, James Reimer, the list goes on if I'm missing anybody. But even with that, the young guys that are playing right now, Marco Kasper gets in a fight with Anthony Mantha, who absolute bush league, but held his own. I'll give him that for fighting in a preseason game as a 6th overall pick or whatever 8th overall pick that Marco Kasper was. I'll take it. I like that the kid has some feistiness. I like how Simon Edvinsson is stepping in when Elmer Soderblom got need. There's a lot of this competitiveness that we haven't seen in a while, and a lot of these young guys look like they have the fire. It's a shame that we're not going to be able to see Carter Mazur right now because he's hurt. I really thought that maybe he had a chance at making the team, maybe in a 4th line role to start. He'll be in the AHL when he gets healthy. Elmer Soderblom looks really, really good as well, and I know he made the team out of camp last year. Hopefully he can make it this year. There's so many forwards right now. The problem is going to be, where do you put all these guys? And I think because of all the talent that the Red Wings have, we're getting to a point where being waiver exempt is a big deal. And it's a lot of these young guys like Edvinsson, Kasper, Danielson. They can all get moved down to the minors without going on waivers. And another guy that hasn't really impressed me that much in the preseason, and again, let's take this all with a grain of salt. It's preseason, right? Jonathan Berggren. And he had a really good year last year, 15 goals, and obviously the coaching staff is going to remember that. But can he crack a top 9 role where he's going to be effective? I'm not so sure because he's waiver exempt as well. And with all the free agents the Red Wings brought in, Daniel Sprong has had a couple goals. JT Compher's looked really good. He scored a goal, had an assist. The only guy that I could see maybe being waived would maybe be Christian Fischer, but they brought him in to be kind of like a locker room 4th line guy. So I don't know if they would risk giving him up. And another issue is the Red Wings might be rolling with 3 goalies to start the year because we have Husso, Reimer, and Alex Lyon. And Lyon is on a $900K contract, and he's a very capable goalie. He brought the Panthers to the playoffs last year. They weren't getting into the playoffs without him. Obviously, the Bobrovsky picked it up in the playoffs, but Alex Lyon is a real asset for this team, and they might carry 3 goalies because they might lose him to someone like, for example, Tampa Bay. Andrei Vasilevsky is out for 2 months. You don't think the Atlantic Division is licking their chops right now because the Tampa Bay Lightning looking a little thin at goaltending, so you don't want to give them a free out with Alex Lyon. So maybe you keep 3 on the team for now, see what happens. Injuries happen. They can spot start Reimer and Lyon in relief of Ville Husso. But it's going to be really interesting to see the roster moves that the Red Wings make. I'm really excited to see. We've gone through the lines before, and it was really interesting to see the amount of depth that they had. It's something that we haven't had in a long time, where some of these guys if they earn a spot, they're going to have to make some tough decisions. Some players are going to get waived. You might see a trade. But the best players are going to play. I really do believe with Steve Yzerman and Derek Lalonde that is the case. That if you can make this team and you earn it, we're going to find a spot for you. And if you don't earn it, maybe see you later. So and there's only so many spots, right? Now, in the case of Nate Danielson, what could happen, because there's that stupid rule with the Canadian Hockey League where a player at a certain age cannot go to the AHL. Because I think right now, Danielson is showing that he is totally outgrown junior hockey. He's shown that he's playing with the pros right now. And yes, they're playing against some AHL players, but he's thriving. And so I feel like he would be ready for Grand Rapids now. But he can't get sent down. That was something that happened with Sebastian Cossa as well. He had to go back to Edmonton. With Nate Danielson, I think we might see a 9-game stint. If he makes this team, I think he'll get 9 games, and if he blows us away, he'll stay. That's what happened with Dylan Larkin. I think we kind of thought maybe he's going to get his 9 games and go back down. No way. He played his way onto the team, he kept his spot, and then he performed to a very, very high level. So get excited. If you're a Red Wings fan, I think they're being severely underrated this year. That's just me, and I know I'm a Red Wings guy, but one thing that I will do, I will sound homerish at sometimes, but I definitely will tell you how it is. And if it's not going well, you're going to hear it from me this year. Going forward this season, I was really thinking, what do I want to do? And it's going to be everything. I mean, reacting to games, breaking down different gameplay. There's a lot of options that I'm kind of thinking, and I'm really excited to do it for you guys. Now, another thing is, we haven't had a video in a while, and that's because I was actually collaborating with another show. I really, really want you guys to check it out. DportiBilly. Josh and Billy are awesome. They had me on. There's a couple videos where we do season predictions, mostly for the Eastern Conference. You might get some shocks from my picks. Go and see if you agree with me or go see if you agree with Billy. But those guys are awesome, so definitely go and check them out. I'll leave the link in the description. So thanks to those guys for having me on. It was a lot of fun, and maybe they're going to have to come over to the studio one time. We might have some stuff in the works with DportiBilly. So where do you stand with the Red Wings? Do you think Nate Danielson's going to make the team? Do you think Kasper's going to be there? Soderblom? Does anybody get sent down, waived, traded? What would you do if you were Steve Yzerman and Derek Lalonde? If you want to throw some lines in the comments, I would love to go down and see what you guys are thinking. There's no wrong answers. Maybe there are, but there's no right answers either. So I'm excited to see what you guys think. If you like today's video, please like, comment, subscribe for more Red Wings content. I'll see you in the next one.